small part of it.
Right.
Because it's a lifestyle. Okay,
Yeah.
where you condition yourself to be a better person, be a better human being, and achieve great things in your life. So I'm very happy to hear that you're doing that. I know you have been, but I'm glad that we spoke about that today, because maybe some people don't know that. But you are involved in a lot of tournaments, and you give a lot of opportunity to kids. And don't you run one of the largest tournaments in the country?
Yes, we do. We run the Ocean State Grand Nationals. That's held in April. Next one will be 2010 on the 9th and 10th. And, you know, we have well over 1,000 competitors. We have people come in from all different countries. And, you know, but everyone's got a fair shot, because you've got the beginner divisions, and they start as young as 5 and under divisions all the way up to the black belts and the master divisions. So, you know, it is a big event, and it's a big undertaking, and it takes pretty much all year to get ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, that is a big undertaking, but, you know, at the end of the day, your tournament year in and year out is successful, without a doubt. And you do open the doors for a lot of youngsters to actually go and show their stuff, you know, and that's the segue to my next question, because you've either competed or trained young students that have competed in some of the top competitive martial arts tournaments in the country. And there are a few competitive martial artists that have come up in the tournament ranks over the past, I'm going to say, over the past 8 years, 7 years. Okay, and they find a home in Hollywood. Some examples include Ryan Pinkston, his brother Aaron, Taylor Lautner. These are all good kids, and they all, in my eyes, set a positive example for the youth, not only in martial arts, but in general. Now, what is your stance on the progression of a young student, even one of your young students, moving from the mat to Hollywood?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing, as far as when you have world champion or a national champion ability, and you're that good at the martial arts, getting in front of the camera, doing a fight scene, you know, is it's almost like someone teaching you, you know, a form, and you got to remember it in 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think we all have the ability to do that, and we can all really shine and show our skills in front of the camera. But I think the biggest thing is, once they ask you to read some lines and do some acting, I think that's where, you know, if you're really interested in getting involved in film work and stuff, that's something that you really need to work on, you know, go to school and have a coach or something like that and learn some acting skills, because that's kind of out of our realm, you know. I mean, the fight scenes and throwing a kick 2 millimeters close to somebody's face and stuff like that, that stuff, you know, no problem, you know.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, you know, and of course the fighting is a little bit different when it's on film, you know, it's a little bit different than we're used to, but once you learn the tricks of the camera angles and the different things, you know, that part's a lot of fun, you know. But when you get into the acting part, I mean, that's what I would definitely recommend anyone who's interested in getting involved with film work, is to pursue that. And also maybe, you know, pursue some different stunt training, so that if they ask you to take not just falling from getting hit, but, you know, a larger fall or something, so you know how to do a high fall, you know how to do some of the different techniques. There's also wire work. A lot of times they'll wire you to be able to do, you know, 3 flips in the air, which is not humanly possible, you know.
Right.
So, you know, doing some wire work and different things like that, it's good to get some training in that too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's very important, because you can get severely hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people think, I mean, it's interesting how I think a lot of people that want to go into Hollywood, they're martial artists, they're boxers, whatever, they're MMA guys, whatever it is, they want to get into Hollywood. They don't understand that it takes a lot of work.
It does.
You know, when you went on your, you know, you've done movies. Okay, you've done TV shows, films during your career. You were either acting or you were in a stunt woman role. You know, it took a lot of work for you to get to that point. What was it like when you first went on the set, so that our listeners can get an idea of really what is involved here?
Well, the first time I got a job, it was working on the next Karate Kid film that Hilary Swank starred in. And Pat Johnson, who's a good friend of mine, he was doing the stunt choreography and the fight choreography for the movie. and he had a stunt woman that was doing a lot of the different stunts, jumping over a car and doing some other stunts like that. But when it came to the actual fight scenes, she was a martial artist, but she may not have been of a high rank or of world champion status, So Mr. Johnson wanted to get someone that was, extremely fast and just really wanted to make the fight scene look outstanding. So he had called me in and asked me if I was willing to, double for Hillary, which was, of course,
Yeah, sure.
So that was my first job, and, I had no idea what to expect. It was nice that I was working with somebody that I knew, with him, so he definitely put me at ease and showed me the ropes, but there's a lot to learn as far as, all the lingo, as far as, when do you start your movement? Is it on action? Is it on rolling? Is it on, hitting your mark and going exactly where they want you to finish your last move and land in front of the camera? The camera right, camera left, the first AD and the second AD and the producer and the director and who you talk to on different things. And so there was a lot of learning to be involved on that first film I ever did. And I never realized that it worked so hard, the minimum of a 12-hour day. So, doing the acting and stuff, I'm sure it's mentally consuming and tiring, but when you're doing physical stuff and it's that long, you're pretty tired by the end of the day and definitely need that hot tub so you can be out there rolling again the next day.
Makes when people listening to this, it'll make them appreciate all the hard work that does go into an action film, or even acting in general.
Yeah.
But definitely the action part of it, because with the physical activity and you're doing it's all repetitive. You may shoot a scene, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times before you get it right.
Right. And a lot of times it's not even a matter of you doing it wrong or, and making a mistake. I mean, those things happen too. I mean, no one's perfect. Mistakes are made, whether it's from you or from another stunt person or somebody, or even the camera guy just, doesn't get in the right position or whatever. But a lot of times if you could do it perfect and you're still going to do it, 10, 15 times.
Sure.
That one particular, maybe 15-second combination, you're going to do that many times because they want to get it from all different angles. They want to get close-ups of your opponent. They want to get close-ups of you. They want to get, the overhead shot where they have the whole fight scene in there and just all the different angles and different things. So just getting it right, you're going to do it a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Then you have the factor of, someone makes a little mistake and you have to do it over. So, and it's amazing that something that's maybe a 2-minute fight scene on television could be filmed for days, and that kind of shocked me. I mean, you would think that a 2-minute thing maybe would take a few hours, but it does take a long time.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And now after your job is done, then it's a lot of fun for the editing department.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you look at it as far as a major film being an hour and a half or 2 hours long, but they generally take, a good 3 months to film the movie, so when you look at it that way, and they're putting 12-hour days in, it's amazing on how long it takes to film all that stuff and how many different angles they want to get and stuff.
Sure, even a simple documentary, you can have 30, 40 hours of filming just to have an hour and a half documentary.
Right.
It's just a lot of stuff involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with your school and your students, do you have any students right now that are kind of drifting towards the Hollywood scene?
Well, we have had some younger students in the past that did some work on a couple commercials and stuff. Actually, my husband even played a bad guy in one of them. So we do have that. My son actually has a small role in a movie that we're doing. I'm actually the fight choreographer in the film because it's a kids movie. So I'm not in front of the camera. I'm behind the camera on this one and doing that work, and my husband's producing it. The movie's called Calico, and was scheduled to shoot that before the end of the year. And my son has a small role with some of our big national competitor kids, which is Dana Ewer and Tyler Weaver, and Caitlin Deschelle will also be in the film. So we have some really top competitors out there that are going to be in this movie.
That's excellent.
And, yeah, so a lot of them, they're always out there, working with me and wanting to learn how to do, some of the stunts and different things like that. And they're always 100% ready to go if something comes up.
No, it is good because you're guiding them